JJ, the Grizz battled with the Warriors all game one, and they came up just short. What do they have to do to not come up short game two?
You know, they played a great game. And what the Warriors do is they put you in a bind with so much shooting and so much movement. Even without the quarterback on their team, Draymond, getting ejected, there's just so much that you have to guard and think about on every possession when you play the Warriors. To me, the biggest adjustment they can make is better execution down the stretch. We saw a defensive mistake in Game 5 against the Wolves, and to me, that Klay Thompson three to put them up, that was a defensive mistake. Jaren Jackson was all the way back in the paint on an end-game situation. You've got to be up with your man. You've got to be in a position to jump out on a switch. Wiggins got a free screen on Desmond Bane, and that allowed Klay to create space and knock down that three.
Yeah, it's not that Klay can't put the ball on the floor and make decisions with it, but if he's doing that, you did the best you could, right? You can't give him just a shot. What are the Grizz, because the Grizzlies got a little lucky in the sense of Warriors missed a lot of shots they normally hit. So what do the Grizz have to do before, going into game two?
Well, I think the focus on the defensive rebounds. Typically, they're a really good defensive rebounding team. I think this game they let Golden State get too many opportunities. And easier said than done. You got to figure out a way to limit some of the ball movement and the triggers that create that ball movement from the Warriors. Whether it's how they come off of screens, now they're attacking closeouts, they force help. You overhelp, they're allowed to swing, find that one more to the guy in the corner. There's different ways where you can keep the ball in front of you so you don't force those triggers. Now you're not playing 3-on-2 or 2-on-1 basketball on the backside.
So meantime, there's the Draymond Green of it all. The NBA said they're not going to reduce the flagrant two, right? So that's that. He came out afterward, JJ, he said he would not change his style. And I get it. He's, to me, an obvious Hall of Famer, a legitimately great player who, along with Steph Curry, changed the way basketball is played. It's like a lot on a resume. And yet, LeBron baited him in games, in that series in 2016. He knew one more tech and he's out of there. It worked, and they came back and beat him for the championship, right? Should Draymond change and keep it just the way it is? Is it possible to tell a guy like that, just pull back here a little bit?
Impossible. PJ Tucker's another great example of this. Their greatness is relying upon them being on. When they go on, they're full speed. They're incapable in the moment of turning that off. Otherwise, they're not who they are. They're not the great player that they are. By the way, I just want to say, I actually have no clue anymore what a flagrant one and what a flagrant two is. I watch basketball every day. I played 15 years. That, to me, is not a flagrant two.
Well, just like you, I'm the same as you, except I didn't play at all. But I don't know, like it's the hit plus the pull down, and then they went and looked and said, okay, it's both. We see what you're up to. But I hear you. I know that's an unpopular decision. What about Draymond?
Just like Russ's fashion, do you? Right? You got to be who you are. You can't ask a guy in the moment with so much on the line to try to be somebody that he's not. You don't want him hesitant. You don't want him overthinking. He's intelligent enough to understand the moment and how important he is to his team. He's also understanding of how important he is to his team, that he's learned his lesson. And I don't think we'll see another replay of what we saw.
So glad you brought up PJ Tucker, too. Like, that's kind of a great play. Like, how many times does he have to go somewhere and win and play great and do more than expected, be great in the locker room before people just give it up, right? Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.